Okay, so welcome to my Blender tutorial on how to kitbash an avatar. Just a little disclaimer, I am not a professional. Ow, I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry if that hurt your ears. I am not a professional, and I learned everything at home, just messing around with Blender. So I've never had any proper lessons. So there might be easier ways to do things, but this is just how I do things myself. So what I first do, I want to get rid of everything in the scene. We don't need any of this, so A and delete. Actually, let me turn this on. That's gonna be a lot easier for you. Okay. Sometimes I use cats just for importing, exporting, and pose mode. I'll link that in the description if y'all would like. Um, yeah, I think that's everything. Oh, this isn't a like Blender basics, so please know how to like move around Blender beforehand. I might make a tutorial on that later, but it's not for this one. All right. Okay, so let's get started. So the first thing I want to do is import a model. I would like base first. So let's go into my bases. This is just like all the stuff that I've bought in over the years. Um, so I'm gonna use this base, and it's Uta Edit by Nikki PNG, I believe. Let's get rid of the undergarments. I don't really like them very much. Let's go here. Visibility, or actually, let's not go into visibility. Let's go into viewpoint and wire. So now we have the wireframe of the model. Um, I don't like being able to not see the bones, but I also don't like not being able to see the skin, so that's why I always put it into wireframe. I don't feel like making a female today, so I'm gonna go here, scroll down. I don't remember where I put it. There we go. I probably passed it on, honestly. And then, yeah, that looks good. Now, I want to get rid of these shape keys because I don't really like having them. They're like a lot of space wasted. So I'm gonna go Control A. Let's go to Visual Geometry to Mesh, and then just delete all shape keys, and add one for the basis. Then good to go. Well, let me show you how to do that actually. Um, so go here. Let's go into add modifier, armature, and then right here. Then your body should be able to move with everything. Oh, that's horrifying. Okay. Everything looks like it's working good. Perfect. So as you can tell, this avatar does not have a base or a head yet. It's only the base. Oh, it's actually save as well. So here, save. I was making a tutorial earlier, so I'm just gonna save over that because I don't really need that model anymore. And let's add a head. So go here. You're gonna have to find heads and stuff. Make sure you read the TOS and stuff before you download or buy anything, because some things won't be commercial. Some people only like things on private, stuff like that. So make sure you always read the rules. So as you can tell, this head, it's not in the right place, A, and then B, it's too big, so we're gonna just size it down. I'm gonna size it down that much, bring that down. That looks like a good size to me. Put it, and it's so hard to choose. I know a lot of model creators like having long necks on their models as well. Because that leaves more room for accessories. I think I like mine like this. This looks good. So now that everything here looks a-okay. Oh, by the way, never size by this. It's gonna mess everything up. Always size by the armature. Now you're gonna want to Control A, and then all transforms. If you don't do that, let me undo that actually. If you don't do that and you join the two things together, it's gonna mess everything up. So make sure you go here, Control A, all transforms, and then now you can join the two together, and everything looks fine there. But first, before I join them, I'm actually going to get rid of this head armature. Oh, actually not this one. Let's get rid of the neck armature here. And then here, on the body, I'm gonna get rid of the head armature. Just because I don't like having duplicates, because sometimes it messes up when you join them. So now that we don't have any duplicates, let's go like that. Perfect. That's what we want. So now let's go back here. Do the same thing over here. So as you'll be able to tell, just want to go like this. This isn't going to be attached. And there is actually a reason why. So for this is only attached here because that's as far as the armature on the head went down. So what we want to do is we want to attach the neck to the chest. And to do that, we're going to click on the neck. We're going to go into edit mode. We're going to go here into relations and then parent to the chest because it's connected to the chest and we want it to move with the chest. Let's also check on see what this is called right here. So yeah, it's called neck. That's what we want. Perfect. Perfect. And oh, can you grab that? Perfect. Now everything should move properly. So that's how you get everything connected. Okay. Okay, now as you can tell, this disconnects whenever we go like that. And we don't want that. So for that, I'm gonna go into weight paint mode on the head. I'm gonna go into wireframe just because I think it's easier to see. I'm gonna go down here into neck. Oh, not shape keys. We want it in vertex groups, pardon me. Back. Where is it? I should guess we're gonna have to make one. Oh, I forgot I didn't copy them over. That's my bad. Okay, neck. Perfect. So now we're just gonna go like that. Yay. Now you're gonna be joined together forever. This is just weight painting stuff. Some that off a little bit. Yeah, that looks fine. Oh, don't worry about that. We'll fix that later. But yeah, now that it just like goes into itself, which I like a lot better than just being a floating head. That's not very fun. So when the head turns, it'll also stay connected with the neck, and I like that. There's a lot cleaner ways to do that, but we're just doing this quickly. So, yeah. Okay, now let's add some hair. So for that, we just go into import model. I already brought this up behind the scenes, so I just chose this hair, but I think it's by Minky. I did not read that fast enough. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. Bring this down. Size it. I'm gonna bring it a little bit to the left. I think that'll look better. I don't want no head poking through. So you can do multiple things. A lot of the time I cut a lot of the head because a lot of the anime heads are quite large and I'm not a huge fan of that. But today I think I'm just gonna size it around that instead. That'll look good. I think that looks pretty good. Okay, perfect. Let's go here. Grab this. We don't want this here. So we're just going to delete. Actually, before we delete it, let's Control A, all transforms, and now we can delete it. Sometimes deleting things will mess things up, so make sure you apply transforms. Perfect. And now that we're here, let's also make sure everything's named correctly. Yep, so that's also named head. Okay, perfect. Now we're going to merge the two together. Oh, I don't know if I explained this before, but you just go Control J, and then it'll merge. I like to do the body and then whatever I'm attaching it to. You shift click, by the way. I know you can see the bottom of the screen. I don't know why I'm explaining it all too much, but so you'll see with this, it's moving like this because we didn't attach this to the head like we did with the body. So we'll do it exactly like that. So we just go here, parent, head. We parent it to the head because it's attached to the head. And now it moves with the head like we want it to. The reason why the body and the head isn't moving with it is because since we joined the two armatures together, we now have to re-add these in the modifier thing because it's different armature. So now everything should move together like it should. So yeah, everything looks good. Just making sure there's no issues, no weight fainting. Everything looks fine to me though. The reason why I like having this on a separate bone as well, I don't know if I mentioned this before, because it just makes things a lot more easy and it makes things a lot more, how do I say? It's just a lot more organized whenever you bring it into Unity and you want to add fizz bones or whatever you're adding to the hair. It's just a lot nicer because it's in its own little section. And you can make things more optimized as well for Quest if it's all on the same component. So let's make sure you save as well. Save a lot. I always forget to save and sometimes I lose like hours of progress because I don't save. But yeah. Okay, let's find some clothing. So I'm gonna go to this shirt right here because I think it looks very cute. Gonna look at the typology, make sure things look clean. Perfect, that's how I like it. And now I'm going to go here into pose mode, in front, rotate things with the x-axis on, and make everything straight, just like that. Then apply as rest pose. Perfect. Set origin, origin to geometry. Oh, just so the arms are in the same place. I don't know if I need to explain that or not. I'm gonna bring this down, size it down a tad bit. Probably have to bring it back a little bit too, by the looks of it. So the shoulders match up. Perfect. That's how we like it. Let's bring it like that. All right, then Control A, all transforms, and delete this armature because we do not need that anymore. Perfect. First, what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit the bra, just because it is definitely going to be the first layer. It'll be underneath the other clothes, so we need to make sure it's sculpted how it should be. Go into sculpt mode and use the grab tool or elastic deform. Some people prefer elastic deform. I'm more of a fan of the grab tool. Go here. I do this in different modes. It kind of depends. Sometimes I'm in the 3D mode, sometimes I am not. Let's flatten this a little bit. You can use some other of the other tools as well if you like. I know a lot of people use like to smooth stuff out. They use smooth tool, which is good for also like flattening things, but it sometimes messes with the typology a little bit, which I don't really like. So sometimes I use it, sometimes I do not. It really just depends, you know? Because see, like it's like separating everything and we don't want it to separate, you know? Okay, let's bring this here. Down, down, down. Oh, I will also show you how to use this right here, proportional editing, but I will do that later just because I don't think it's really needed right now. Some people prefer proportional editing a lot to sculpting. I actually prefer sculpting for the most part, but they're both really good for their own separate things and the same things a lot of the time as well. Let's bring this down. I'm going to skip ahead until I shape it how I want it to be shaped. Okay, now I have everything how I want it to be. It's laying down flat everywhere I want it to. We'll probably fix some clipping a little bit later on once we add the textures as well, which I should probably do sooner than later. Let's bring this. Now let's do the shirt. Let's bring the sleeves up. We do not want the boobies, so let's get rid of the boobies. For this one, I'm gonna use smooth a little bit, just because it looks like a lot more clean than the bra. or the way the arm or the way the typology is, it looks a lot more clean to me. So I feel like it'll hold on to it better. I think I'm gonna weight paint a tail onto this as well, so I'm just gonna leave that here. Perfect. Okay. That should be about everything. So out a little bit. Same with this here. Let's turn, when these are like super asymmetrical, I just turn off the mirror just because it will mess up the other side if you have the symmetry tool on, if it's not actually symmetrical. Like it'll funk it up quite a bit. There we go. That looks good to me. I'm gonna bring this in a bit, and then this one too. Oh, this one's loose. I'm gonna let it down a little bit as well. Perfect. Oh, that looks good. Okay. Now that we have stuff fitted, let's hide these for now. I'm gonna press Z, go down into material mode. I remember, I think I mentioned this. This is awful. I know. We'll fix it though. So I always like making new materials because I think sometimes stuff messes up when you use the materials that are already like baked in. So you go down here. Let's find. I'm gonna find a texture. But you just press this MMD texture down here. I'll do it for these ones too. So let's go down here. So I'm gonna rename them to stuff that I'm actually, or I'm gonna make a new material and then rename them rather. Eyes and spring FX. Perfect. Go down here. We do not want that shit to shine. I'm gonna cut ahead again. Something you'll notice is like not all of the textures will go with what you have. Like specifically eye textures and hair textures, they need to be mapped a specific way for them to actually work properly. Um, for me, I make a lot of those textures, or at least I make a lot of my eye textures. Um, so yeah, so not all of them will work on every single head, if that makes sense. Okay, now I have a bunch of the textures in here. Um, for this FX one, sometimes I leave it blank, sometimes I add it, or just wait until Unity, because I have to bring all the textures over there anyway. We'll just add it just for the funnies. For the funny funkies. Ugh. Oh, also there's like a ton of shape keys for like a bunch of different things, specifically on faces. I'm probably gonna have mine like this, so it'll look a lot nicer. I like the shorter face for this one a lot better. I noticed there's some clipping as well, so we can bring that hair up a little bit and out of the way. I think that was the only place that I saw clipping though. Okay, perfect. Let's also bring it. You can do a ton of things with a bunch of these. I can show you how to bring like specific strands around as well by using proportional editing. So you can go here, connect it only, and if you only want like one strand moving, you can press G, make sure you scroll up so it's not like all the way around. And like whatever you have a grab a hold of, it will be the only one that moves. So if you want to change the hair around, change the way it lays, you can do that if you'd like, but I'm not going to get into that this video. Maybe in another video we'll get over that. But so this is what he looks like right now. I also added the textures onto the clothes the same way. I shot out a little Darwin on the shirt, because why not? Because Darwin's awesome. I noticed a little bit of clipping that I didn't see without the textures, so let's get rid of that. Make sure everything's how it's supposed to be. Still some there as well. Perfect. I'm not gonna wait the close to the body just yet, but I will do that after I find what ears and tails I want to use. Yeah. Okay. I found some ears that I think I really want, and I use them like way too much. I need to find them though. Here we go. These ones are by PUBG. I really, really love PUBG's assets and models, so definitely check those out. So here we're gonna name them ears. Let me find what texture he uses. Okay, perfect. Found some. I might change them to black later, but I'm digging the Papa color a little bit. Um, let's find out a good positioning for them. So we could turn them upwards, definitely. Make them bigger or smaller. Let's bring them down a little bit. Oh, can maybe up. There we go. Perfect. Forward, tad bit. I like it. Okay. All transforms. Then you can go here. Remember, you can this Control J. Let's go back over here so we can actually see what we're doing. I don't know if I showed you all this already. Just go here into wire. There we go. Now we can see what we're doing. Edit. That's the hair root, I believe. Thought there was an ear root right here. Perfect. Here, and then connect it to the head. Perfect. Okay, and now stuff is probably not connected properly. Let's go through it and just make sure though. Yeah, for bottom here. Awesome. Now we got the ears here. I love these. They're so cute. I'm pretty sure these ones also have shape keys. I was really excited about looking at that. Yeah. Oh, they're so adorable. Let's go through these. See if there's any ones we like the better. Mhm. Oh, they're all super cute. I think I like the kitty ones the best right now for this model. Yeah, let's go like that. And then remember Control A. Let's do visual geometry to mesh. Delete all shape keys and then add one for basis. Just so we save memory and stuff. Perfect. Now let's find a tail. Okay, I found a tail that I liked. Let's change this. Get rid of this metal. Get our own material. Perfect, metal. And then let's change this to our ears. Oh, is a UV'd how it's supposed to be? Oh, that's interesting. It doesn't look bad, so I guess it's not horrid. Yeah, that looks fine to me. Okay. Oh, what I did for the solid mode, by the way, I think solid will default to maybe studio or studio material. What I do to it is I go flat and then I go to texture. And a lot of the time I'll also turn off, or I'll turn on backface culling. Sometimes I turn it off too. So it kind of just, it depends. I'll have it on so I can see what different users will be able to see. Ugh. But I have it on mainly just so I can look at the textures in better quality. Oops. Metallic. Sorry, I forgot what I was doing. Bring them roughness down, and then there you have a metal. Perfect. Okay. Let's attach this how it's supposed to be attached now. This, I think, is just a hip, so I'm gonna get rid of this. Gonna bring it down. Control A. Actually, let's bring it down a tad bit more. Like there. Let's hide that. Yeah, that looks good. And then bring it back a tad bit. Perfect. Okay, now Control A. All transforms, and then you can also join it the other way. Just so we don't have to reapply everything, because it's kind of annoying. Go here, relations, hips. Oh, did not mean to do that. That would not be good. Hips. Perfect. And now it's where it's supposed to be, on the hips. Awesome. Oh, I think I already showed you guys when that happens, but just go here. Same with here. Add modifier, armature. Perfect. Now it should move properly. Same with this one. Just gotta do the same exact thing. Uh, okay, awesome. Now we have a tail. So, oh, the reason why this one is weighted, let's get rid of the weights actually for now so I can show y'all how to do it properly. Is because my bones were named the same things that the other one was named. Let's get rid of these vertex groups. Perfect. This one too, just so I can reweight them later. I'll just do this one for now to show you how to do it. Okay, so now we're gonna weight this to here. So click the body, shift click the whatever you're weighting. Go here, transfer weights, scoop this up by name, make this a 7, and then this here. Perfect. Then do the same thing over in smooth, so all groups, even if they're not active. I just go blah, 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 and it'll default to 1.00. Perfect. It should be weighted correctly. I deleted the weights so I could show you how to do that. Yeah, don't worry about this. Perfect. Now it's weighted properly. Same with this one. We can do the same thing. It'll literally be the same settings. Let's see if it actually is moving with this without any help. Sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. Depends on how it's doing. Okay, nice. Looks like it's already primarily weighted to how it should be, just because I think this was weighted to pandas, and Uta and Panda have, I think, the same name, so I'm not quite sure though. Let's go like this. I'm gonna want to weight the tail to the shirt. There we go. Transfer weights and smooth it out. Just so, oh, we might have to join this to the body. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Let's undo that. Join this to the basis. Awesome. Now we can do this. Transfer weights. And then smooth. Okay. Good. Just how we want them. So now the tail is weighted here as well. So when the tail goes back and forth, so will the shirt. There we go. That's how you weight clothes. Okay, I just added some underwear onto the model. And it's just the underwear that came with the base, so it should be a-okay to go. Already weighted, so I don't need to weight it. But if I was to weight it, you would just do it the way I showed you earlier. Let's add a color now. Okay, I think I'm gonna add 2 layers of collars. So I already have the first one kind of fitted to the neck. I'll do some more editing on it here in a minute. Here's the second one. We just, I don't know why this turned off. I didn't even close anything. There we go. That's better. Let's actually, you know what? Before I turn this around, I think I want this part in the front. So I'm gonna rotate it around. I like this. Well, so it's closer in the front. Maybe a little bit more. There we go. All right, perfect. I want to make it smaller. Rotate it like this. So it looks like it's more resting on the neck instead of really tightly on there. Bring this down. We can use sculpt mode on this one since this one I think is supposed to look like it's more tight. Oh, don't forget your symmetry tool. I haven't done model creation in a hot minute, so I'm also fairly rusty. But people keep asking me to show them how, so. Here we go. I'm gonna skip ahead in the video till I'm finished fitting these, just with the sculpt tool. Okay, now that I have them both fitted, I can change the materials over. So actually, before I do that, let's go here. These didn't come with any armatures, I don't believe, did they? No. This one didn't, and this one didn't either. So they're all fine and dandy here. I'm gonna make this the bra and bring it down. Just because I don't like using a lot of materials because it's far less optimized. So sometimes I just use the same materials if they have the same type of base color. Separate this via loose parts. Combine all of the metal parts here. I think that's all of them. Then the rest can be combined like this. Trying to decide. We can make it so we can toggle this separately, so let's not join those together. Let's make this metal. Make this the bra, like I said before, just so we can join them together. Perfect. Okay, and now we can join these two together. So this is collar. Let's name this one choker, and then this one can be named collar. Perfect. So now we have both. Since the head isn't connected, we don't need to worry about it right now. Now, just like I did before with the other stuff, since this doesn't have any weights on it, we just go like this. Shift, click, weight paint, weights, transfer weights, and let me reset this up. So it's near space interpolated 7, then by name. And then smooth, all groups, 1. Perfect. And same with this one. We can also, if this looks a little bit janky, because this one's closer to the bottom, we might have to weight it by hand, which is really easy for like collars and stuff. Oh, and then also don't forget to add the modifier, the armature modifier. Okay, and now it should move. Oh, looks fine. Okay, perfect. Let's go into here. Hide the armature just so we can look, make sure that's how we want it. I mean, that looks pretty good. I feel like the arms and legs are feeling a little bit empty though. So let's add something onto those and save. Okay, I found this fishnet set. I, however, do not remember where I got it from. I believe that the download was taken down, but I think I'm just going to use it for the legs and arms. And then maybe I'll get some arm warmers as well, or leg warmers. I don't know. We'll see how I feel. So just remember T-pose, size rest pose, size stuff down. We can repose this again as well, so it fits better with this. Size rest pose. That looks good to me. Bring it back a little bit. Control A. All transforms. Then we can delete this armature. Now let's also make it so we can actually see what we're doing with the fishnets. First, let's make this material a black, because fishnets are a little bit funky and sometimes really hard to shape when the actual fishnet texture is on. So let's make it a black for now. Okay, we do have it selected. Make sure mirror is on, just like I showed you before. Remember, you can use elastic deform or you can use proportional editing, whatever you prefer. Whatever you find is the easiest for you. Okay, let's go here. Oh, that looks fine. It's okay if they're a little bit loose too. I'm not too worried about it. Let's do the arm warmers here. Or the arm fishnets? I don't really know what they would be called. Here, I'm gonna skip ahead until I finish warming these up. Okay, we got everything fitted how it's supposed to be. So let's delete this material, make a new one. And add the texture that we need to add for it. Let's fix this little bit of clipping. 'Cause it'll be visible on Quest when it clips through, and I don't know. I feel bad when my models aren't when they don't look good on Quest. And now we have fishnets. Our model. Perfect. And then there's no weights on them, so just how we did it before as well. Shift click. Weight paint, weights, transfer, and it should save. Sometimes it doesn't like me and it doesn't, but These ones are good. Transfer weights. Smooth. Okay. And then add the armatures. And now they move how they're supposed to. There might be some clipping issues sometimes, and that's fine. You can just mess around with the weight paint. Like there's a bit of clipping issues there, but it's not really something that would bother me all too much. Probably the most I'll do. The reason it's clipping isn't really because of the weight paint, it's because of the typology. Um, I'll just bring it out a little bit, and then that'll fix the issue. I'll probably also make these a bit tighter later on. Um, but again, I'm not too worried about it right now. Yeah. Um, I'm thinking some arm warmers or leg warmers or something. Okay, I found these warmers. You can't really see them very well because their armature is a little bit crazy. I've used these on a couple of my models because I genuinely really like the warmers. So let's get rid of the armature because I don't really think we'll need it to pose anything. It's back. Probably bring it down. Go here into editing. Let's turn off proportional editing because we're not really going to need it right now. Go here, this, and yeah, it all looks good. Let's change this to the metal that we have already on all of the other stuff because we don't want more than one metal material unless you want different types of metals. I don't really get that though. I feel like it's like a waste of a material slot, especially if you're making your models quest later on. Just make it look like it's like drooping down. The dogs are out and barking, dude. Okay. And let's make this warmer material. We could do the shirt material. Oh my god, little Darwins everywhere. Okay, and let's go actually into maybe actually shrink this down. Actually, let's do something else. Let's do raw material. Yeah. Oh, that's why I was being funky. That's my bad. I went to select both of them at the same time. Funky. Okay. Yeah, that looks fine. Could add some bracelets. We could leave it. It's kind of like just add whatever you like. That's the fun part about it. I think that's pretty cute though. So we're gonna keep it like this, I believe. It's very minimalistic, but we don't need anything complex. Alright, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hide all the stuff that I'm gonna be able to toggle. So I think I'm gonna keep it so toggle these. And you'll be able to toggle the collars individually, maybe. That sounds right. Okay, and now I'm gonna select everything. And then select the body last. Join. Now everything is joined together on the body. Should be. Shouldn't be anything left. Perfect. And now everything here are toggles that we're going to have. So let's stick them in here. We have the choker, we have the collar, we have the leggings, which are the fishnets. Let's just name them like fishnets. Shirt, sleeves, and warmers. I'm gonna probably get rid of sleeves and change it to arm. There we go. So now we have the body, which isn't going to be toggleable, so everything on the body will stay as it is. Then everything outside of the body will be able to make toggle. Perfect. And now we just want to save, check to make sure everything is working on the model, which I believe everything should be. We didn't do a lot to it, just a quick little make. I like to be like, I like to know what's going on around the hands just because it's really annoying when there's any clipping on the hands because you can see it all the time. It's not really like a huge deal if it's anywhere else, in my opinion. It's just the hands which make things annoying. I believe everything should be fine. Oh, except for the warmers. I forgot to weight them. It's a good thing we checked. Go here, weights, transfer weights, smooth weights. Perfect. Go here. Add this as an armature. Now they move. Awesome. And okay, now that we have everything, we're just gonna go export. Continue to export because we're not gonna join those because we're going to make them toggles. Make the path mode copy. And then yeah, that should be it. And then export as FBX. Make sure you save before you do this because sometimes the export will crash you if your computer is on the weaker end, which mine it definitely is. This was a laptop, not a computer. Yeah, that should be everything. I will make another tutorial on how to do stuff in Unity in a little bit, but now I'm gonna go sleep. Bye.